We are back in Worcester, Massachusetts, and at the Savers. We were here just a couple weeks ago, so we'll see how much has changed. Look at this elephant canister. It's adorable. Oh, there's a chip in it. That's too bad. It was really cute. I probably would have got it if it didn't have the chip. This old rocking horse was adorable. His name was Spotty. He's just too big for the van, though. Pretzel would have to ride on him. And then this cute little raccoon that moved around. Adorable. $4.99 for the little raccoon. The prices here are very good, actually. They're all reasonable. And then I saw these cute little snack plate tea sets. And I like how they taped them together so they wouldn't get lost. And I was trying to read the maker there. $4.99 a set. There was only 2 of them, but I thought they were real pretty. I don't usually pick up anything from the kitchen section just because I have limited space and it just doesn't excite me. But I like to look because you never know. You never know. I did find that Le Creuset cast iron pan the other day. All right, onto the jewelry. That does excite me. They have some nice stuff. It's really well laid out where you can see the prices, you can see the item. It's not too crowded. And they had a couple of cute pieces. I will say the jewelry does turn over really fast at this particular Savers because we were just here a couple weeks ago and it's like all new jewelry compared to when we were here last time. But I found the Bakelite bracelet last time I was here, so I'm on the hunt to see if I can find more Bakelite. I did not find any Bakelite here. Other places, but not here. So I'm just looking to see if there's anything vintage or anything that catches my eye. It looks mostly modern. And of course, they still have some jewelry outside of the case hanging on the wall. I found this adorable little house brooch. It was made out of ceramic or pottery. It was different. I liked it. And then I found a few other brooches down here. This flower one was really pretty. It looked like it was made out of porcelain, but it had a chipped petal on it or a leaf right there. So I did not get that one just because of the damage. Still pretty. And looking through, there was a bunch of old pins from like different states. There was an Alaska one. There was like a South Dakota one. Just checking out the necklaces, seeing if there's any vintage ones there. I like that black faceted beaded one, but it was definitely modern. That one I liked as well, but I couldn't tell if it was vintage or not. And then this one was pretty cool. It had metal and plastic beads on it. I thought, wow, that's neat. I liked it. I wasn't sure, again, if it was vintage or not. So I did end up leaving it, even though I did like it and held on to it for a minute. I really want the vintage ones. Those were rocks, stones. It was heavy. They were cold to the touch. Definitely a stone one. I liked all the different colors that was on that. Some grayish beads. I'm not seeing anything that looks terribly, terribly old. That reminded me of a chandelier. I had to play with it. I just liked it. Sometimes you just have to pick something up and check it out because you like it. Even though you're not gonna pick it up or get it. It's still fun to look at it. More necklaces. I did not find any Bakelite, unfortunately, on this trip. Okay, over to the vase section, which is my absolute favorite section in any thrift store. And that's because I'm a glass lover and pottery lover. And speaking of pottery, look at this little vase. I thought it was adorable. It was only $3.49 and I liked it. I liked the glaze on it. I did buy that one blue one there. Checking out this one. It has an Asian feel to it. And this was a ice cream cone. That's perfect to hold ice cream cones while you make a little ice cream cone sundae. See if there's any other vases that I need. That Words of Wisdom bowl just now saw for the first time. It's funny how you miss stuff when you're recording. That bowl is like bigger than my head and I missed it. Let's see. I didn't find any other vases on today's trip, but always fun to look. Look at those boots. That's why you should always look in every nook and cranny, because at thrift stores, people put stuff back where it doesn't belong. There was a really nice looking pair of boots. I don't do shoes, but there's a really nice pair of boots just hanging out in the vase section. And those plates were really interesting. They definitely were vintage looking. And then here's the wall of baggies. This is the wall of baggies that goes on and on and on. And I just went by to see if there was anything that caught my eye. I didn't want to dig today. I wasn't feeling like a digging day. But honestly, even though the wall of baggies is like super big and long, there was a Scotty dog in that bag I was looking at, and it had a made in Taiwan sticker on it, so older. But sometimes I just, if it doesn't catch my eye immediately, I don't know, like the bags weren't that bad. They were only like 1 or 2 deep, so I felt like I could just see them without having to go through each one. And those cute little babies. And that's what I did. I just walked down the line and see if there's anything that caught my eye. And there was a lady like right behind me, so I felt a little rushed. I didn't want to catch her on film, but she was like right behind me. I don't know. I felt a little rushed. Okay. And then I found this little glass something. Fish. I don't know. It had a broken tip there, so I did leave it behind. And then I found lots of milk glass. There was a lot of milk glass at the Savers. And insulators. Those are insulators. They were on electric poles, and that was a Hemingway. I actually do like insulators when they're colored. Like the purple ones do actually sell really well. So I do keep an eye out for them. Another fish dish. Lots of fish dish. Dishes. Fish dishes. Fishes dishes. Fish dish. I just like fish dish. Okay, let's keep going. What else? A lot of porcelain dolls. I don't do porcelain dolls at all. Pilgrims at Plymouth. And there was collector's plates. There's just a lot of things that just really are not on my wheelhouse. Porcelain dolls and collector plates. All right. And now we're at the figurines. There were still a lot of them from where we were here a couple weeks ago. They still had those like fake Hummel looking dolls. But this bird was pretty neat looking. $3.49. Mark did a really good job. I did not get him, but I liked him. Some precious moments. Oh, and then a cheese grater mouse. And I think this was an older one. It was from 2002, I want to say. It was dated on the bottom. And then I found some Capodimonte. Look how pretty those flowers are. Oh, nope. Got to go down and look at this thing. It was $7.99. It had that textured, like sugared texture on it. So that's what kind of caught my eye about that. And there was 2 Capodimontes there. I totally missed the one on my left, but went right for this one and this one behind it. Why did I only check out the one? It was chipped right in the middle. But those other 2 might have been okay, and I didn't even look at them. Man, silly me. All right, and then there was this real heavy, well-done candle plate, but I think you put a jar candle in there. Not like a votive candle, but like the whole glass jar would fit in there. And then this was a wax melt. I don't know what that was. It was very light, like plastic. And there was some Mikasa candle holders in that box. Because if there's a box, you got to open it. That's the rule. You never know what's inside. It usually is not what's on the box. So that's why you have to look. And more milk glass. There's a pattern I've never seen before. It was little flowers on the edge of that creamer there. Another insulator. Some vases in the wrong section. And that was a pottery, but definitely modern. I left that one behind. Just looking in the candle section. Never know when you're going to find that elusive glassy baby. More milk glass. That's what I got instead. Just milk glass. So I just ended up getting that one vase, but on the way out, I did find this really attractive furniture. I was wondering what it was priced at, but it didn't have a price tag because it was already sold. But those two dressers were really nice. I thought, wow, someone really lucked out on that. Okay, here I am with my one pottery vase that I got. But we were walking through the land of the furniture. You have to go through all this furniture to get out through the exit. And there's an organ, because who's never in the market for an organ? I think that would look great in the van. All right, so here we are. We made it to Brimfield. I'm super excited for the antique show. It is coming up in just a couple days. I am obviously very early, but I'm here walking the dogs. We're in this nice park, and there was a yard sale across the street, which we did go check out. But here we are, getting our daily exercise. Look at them. They're so cute. I love them so much. They're just adorable. And I thought the trip to Savers was a little short. Look at us looking at the leaves. They're changing colors already. And there's leaves on the ground already. All right, so we're at an antique mall in Sturbridge. And that's just north of Brimfield. And this is just like a really cute antique store. This case had a lot of nice jewelry, a lot of good bakelite. There was some lucite in there. Really nice bracelets. I really took my time looking through this one. And those little dolls were perfume bottles. They were so cute. And of course there was some Pyrex in that cabinet. Vintage Christmas over here. And there was another dog. I was trying to avoid the other dog. Look at this Christmas stuff, but it's really neat. I think that's a blow mold menorah. And then there was like silver trees. There's tinsel trees. They were reasonably priced. They were $2.25, I want to say. I don't know the height of them, but I thought that was a pretty good price. Some carnival glass. I think those are Fenton flower patterns. And there was a left-in little Christmas girl there. Just some really nice stuff in that particular booth. And here we are looking into another case, and they had some really nice hat pins. Of course, that bakelite and the lucite caught my eyes. Look at that orange and yellow swirl. That's not bakelite. I did get a chance to look at it up close. And of course, that polka dot one on the end is a Ponte, and Bruce Ponte. And he did acrylic work in addition to bakelite work. These are some magnificent paperweights. And I don't think you appreciate the size of how big that Murano one there is on the left. And there was some rose medallion in there. And then another paperweight. More paperweights. Lots of Murano paperweights at this particular antique store. But they were priced pretty much right at retail. I think those were $59 each. I did like them. And we're here looking at more jewelry. Now, this particular case had some really nice rhinestone and earrings in there. Okay, and then this next case has one of my favorite, absolute favorite, Fenton Lotus and Dragon. Ugh, I love that design of carnival glass. It's in the marigold. If it had been a different color, I definitely would have picked it up. It was only $45, which is a really good price for that piece. And over here, we had some more fun pieces to look at. I think those booties were adorable. There was a Fenton basket, but it had a handle, cute little teddy bear, hat pins, brooches, little cruets. Just seeing if there's anything I need to get in there closer. Some Fostoria in the back there, a little pink opalescent ewer. That was a fun little carnival glass e-pern. This whole booth right here was actually really nice. Oh, I had that Fenton uranium stretch glass vase just the other day. And look at all this fun carnival glass in here. I love seeing carnival glass all clustered together like this. And that's like a version of a peacock tail, I believe. I could be wrong on that. And that iridescent vase was super pretty. I didn't see that it was marked or signed anywhere. And so I didn't ask to get in there. That flask, that Amberino flask, was adorable, but it was like $125. And I bet it glows. Some nice old Victorian glass, some Lotz glass back there on the right. Some just beautiful art glass in this particular case. Some Burmese glass. It's just stunning. Oh, and then they had some nice paperweights. And then over here, they had bug pins. Look at that box of bug pins. I went up and got the key, and I knew I was forgetting something. I wanted to look at those bug pins, and I never did look at them. Oh well. I know where to get them if I want to go back. More rose medallion. Just fun jewelry. I really liked the jewelry at this particular antique mall. And the people that worked here were so super nice and kind, and they didn't have any issues opening up a case like 1,000 times. Look at that pug. Look at those little pug things. They were adorable. The miniatures are stocked up in this particular case here. And then an ugly face mug. And this booth had some ballerinas just balancing on the edge there. That always makes me nervous. And a cat and a giraffe. I just love how people arrange their cases, like the aesthetic and what people choose to put in there kind of amuses me. More jewelry. Looking at that bird there. I think it was metal. I couldn't tell. And then back there's some like jockey plates. I never saw those before. And so then I got into a couple cases and I picked out a couple of Bakelite bracelets here. I didn't record it because the nice lady was standing right next to me, but I also find the most epic piece of this Bakelite carved mushroom. Enjoy.